This year marks the 100th year of birth of Senator Ralph C. Mahar and the 50th year of his passing. If Senator Mahar were with us today, he would certainly be proud of the athletic prowess in the school that he created. He would also be proud to know that the students sitting before us tonight have earned, along with their high school diplomas, more than 3,000 credits at Mount Wachusett Community College. 10 students in this class, along with their high school diplomas, also earned their associate degrees. And what's even more astounding is that the college credits and degrees were awarded at the price of $0 for their families. When I was preparing for this part of tonight's ceremony to celebrate the legacy of Ralph C. Mahar, I came across a letter that was written by Ralph C. Mahar on June 22nd, 1955. And I would like to read this to you this evening. It's to Henry Hastings, the superintendent of schools in Orange, Massachusetts. And it reads, "Dear Mr. Hastings, I have your very kind letter of June 20th and want you to know that I am deeply grateful for the action of the Irving Orange Regional School Committee in making the decision to name the new regional school for me. At first blush, when I was apprised of the fact of the committee's action, I did not know just what would be the proper thing to do. However, the more I thought about it, and the more I realized how sincerely the members of your committee approached the matter, I came to the conclusion that I most certainly should accept what I deem to be a very great honor. This will mean a great deal to my wife and my little girl. Of course, my dad and my mother too. I can only say in conclusion that once again, I am deeply grateful for your fine tribute. 50 years ago, almost to this day, Senator Mahar stood and delivered the keynote address to the class of 1962. In celebration of the legacy of Senator Mahar, it's now my privilege to introduce his daughter, Eleanor Mahar Deegan, who graduated almost 50 years ago today. Mrs. Mahar Deegan is the only son of Peggy and Ralph Mahar. She's a graduate of UMass Amherst. Her education was shaped by her father's educational initiatives. As an adult, she attempted to embody the example of her father's activist model, though in different times and in different ways. She's been married to Thomas J. Deegan of Orange, Massachusetts for the past 42 years. Their daughter, Deidre Deegan Esquire, is a lawyer like her grandfather and is currently doing battle for WGBH. Her husband, Mahmoud Firuzbakht, is an attorney as well, who works to create affordable housing programs in the city of Boston. Ralph's great-grandson Cameron is 4 years old and ready to follow in the footsteps of his great-grandfather. Mrs. Mahar Deegan has taught daycare, been a nanny, worked for Head Start, published, and runs Electra Bureau. She's a proud flower child, a huge fan of the boss, Bruce Springsteen, and a very, very, very proud daughter of her father, the late Senator Ralph C. Mahar. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mrs. Ellie Mahar Deegan.